Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully updated our profile picture, right? That means right now user can update their own profile picture. So now in this video, I want to update our this navigation bar. So that is the navigation bar I have added in our base HTML. So now go to our base HTML. So right now I remove everything from here. Okay, I make the things as a clean. And that is our main part, that is our template, into the template, and that is our base HTML. So into the base HTML, I have already loaded one of the Bootstrap navbar. So that is our navbar, and then that is our container part. Perfect. So into the navbar area, that means that is our UL, right? That is our UL, and after that navbar, that means that is our end navbar, and in particular, yeah, this navbar area here I want to add one of the drop down. Okay, or drop down menu. So that is also one of the Bootstrap menu I want to use. So if you want to use it, first of all, I take one of the div, and to the div area I put one of the Bootstrap class as a nav item, and the drop down. So that will be as a nav item drop down, and then here I take one of the arif, and into the arif area I take one of the class. And it will be as a nav, and then link. So friend, you will get that from the Bootstrap official site. Right now I code it because of all this very much common. So I use that drop down, and into the drop down area I want to use that toggly. Okay, so with this toggly, that is our href, and here also we have to put on the ID. I name that ID. I just put that ID. ID will be as a navbar drop. Okay, so that will be as a navbar drop, and also after that I want to use as another data toggly, and then toggly, and data toggly will be as a drop down. So that will be as a drop down. Okay, so here in particular this area I want to visible our username. So if you want to visible that username, I have already discussed about that things with you. With this user we can actually use our username, right? So that will be our field name as a username. So now if you click as a save all, and now first of all I want to check it, click the refresh. Yeah, you can see it's now perfectly visible our username as a test. Right now I am already logging with the test username, so it's now perfect visible. Okay, so now here in particular after that I want to load our drop down menu. I take another div and I name it as one of the class as a drop down menu. Okay, drop down and then menu. So into particular that area I want to load that drop down menu. So here it will be as a href, and here I'll link as a class. I put that class, which will be as a drop down item, drop down item. Okay, it will be as a drop down item, and then here I want to display our profile. That means your profile, and also I want to take another one. And it will be as a log out. Okay, it will be as a log out, and then that is our two of this div, and that means there is one div, and then there is another div, and then there is our navbar. Perfect. Okay, so now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, click as here, yeah, you can see it's now perfectly loaded our your profile and the logout. So I have already created that URL for the your profile and the logout. I want to put that things on here. That means you can see that is actually our profile. So I want to take that profile, I copy it, and then that will be our profile. That means your profile, then our app logging, and then our profile, right? So I have already discussed about that things with you, and then that will be our logout. So here I want to load our logout, right? So I just put that two of this name, and also I want to do when this user will be log out, so our this menu not should be visible. So here if you want to do that work, you can do it with using our this function. That means this is authenticated, so it should be just like that. Same better, I copy that if condition, and here it will be here I put it That means if this user is authenticated, then it should be visible. And also we have to initiate, that means you have to end it. So after this step here I end it. Okay, now if you click as a save all, and now if you go and refresh it, now I'm already logging. So that is our profile. If you go to that home, go to the profile, yeah, it's successfully redirected to the profile. So right now if you click as a logout, yes, you can see it's not visible because of all here I put that condition. If this user is authenticated, then it should be visible. Okay, then it should be visible. That means our total part, that total day will be visible, that is drop down will be visible, rather than it's not should be visible. So you can see right now I'm not logging, so you can see it's not visible on here. If you're logging with the test Udemy 1 2 3 4 5, click as a logging. Sorry, I have updated it, right? Udemy 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I have already updated that our password. Click as a logging. Yeah, you can see it's now perfectly visible. I hope it's very much clear to you, friends. So right now as I told you here in this section, I'm not focusing with that with the design. So as a all in fundamental, I have already discussed about that things with you, how can load some of the templates. So if you want to load some of the template, then you can load it, right? So main core functionality I want to share with you. So here I have updated our this navbar. So next video for our this blog page. So right now I want to work with our this blog, right? So we have to create some of the blog ad page. So from here I want to load one of the form for insert the data to our blog, and also how can display this blog and the blog details. So everything is step by step. I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.